Microsoft Entra is a comprehensive identity and access management solution that helps organizations manage users, groups, and access to resources. It is a critical component of Azure Active Directory, Azure AD, providing tools for identity governance, security, and compliance. This presentation will delve into the various aspects of managing Microsoft Entra users and groups, offering insights into best practices, tools, and techniques to ensure efficient and secure identity management. Effective identity management is crucial for maintaining security and compliance in any organization. It ensures that only authorized users have access to resources, helps prevent data breaches, and supports regulatory compliance. Microsoft Entra provides a robust framework for managing identities, offering features such as multi-factor authentication, conditional access policies, and identity protection. Understanding these features is essential for any Azure administrator. Creating and managing users in Microsoft Entra involves several steps. Administrators can add users individually or in bulk using the Azure portal, PowerShell, or the Microsoft Graph API. Each user account includes essential information such as username, password, and contact details. Administrators can also assign roles and permissions to users, ensuring they have the appropriate level of access to resources. Regularly reviewing and updating user accounts is a best practice to maintain security. User roles in Microsoft Entra define the level of access and permissions a user has within the Azure environment. There are several built-in roles, such as Global Administrator, User Administrator, and Application Administrator, each with specific permissions. Administrators can also create custom roles to meet specific organizational needs. Understanding and correctly assigning roles is crucial for maintaining security and ensuring users have the access they need to perform their tasks. Groups in Microsoft Entra simplify the management of user permissions and access to resources. Administrators can create security groups or Microsoft 365 groups, depending on the organization's needs. Security groups are used to manage access to resources, while Microsoft 365 groups provide collaboration features such as shared mailboxes and calendars. Groups can be managed through the Azure portal, PowerShell, or the Microsoft Graph API. Regularly reviewing group memberships helps maintain security and compliance. Dynamic groups in Microsoft Entra automatically add or remove members based on specific criteria, such as department, job title, or location. This feature simplifies group management and ensures that group memberships are always up to date. Administrators can create dynamic membership rules using the Azure portal or PowerShell. Understanding how to create and manage dynamic groups is essential for efficient identity management. Conditional access policies in Microsoft Entra help protect resources by requiring specific conditions to be met before granting access. These conditions can include multi-factor authentication, device compliance, or location-based restrictions. Administrators can create and manage conditional access policies through the Azure portal. Implementing conditional access is a critical step in securing an organization's resources and ensuring that only authorized users can access sensitive information. Multi-factor authentication, MFA, adds an extra layer of security by requiring users to provide 2 or more verification methods before accessing resources. This can include something the user knows, password, something the user has, a mobile device, or something the user is, biometric verification. Microsoft Entra supports MFA, and administrators can configure it through the Azure portal. Enforcing MFA is a best practice for enhancing security and protecting against unauthorized access. Identity protection in Microsoft Entra uses machine learning and behavioral analytics to detect and respond to potential security risks. Administrators can configure risk policies to automatically respond to suspicious activities, such as requiring password changes or blocking access. Understanding and implementing identity protection and risk policies is essential for maintaining a secure Azure environment and protecting against identity-related threats. Self-service password reset, SSPR, allows users to reset their passwords without administrator intervention. This feature improves user productivity and reduces the administrative burden. Administrators can configure SSPR through the Azure portal, specifying authentication methods and security questions. Enabling SSPR is a best practice for enhancing user experience and ensuring that users can quickly regain access to their accounts if they forget their passwords. Monitoring and reporting are critical components of identity management in Microsoft Entra. Administrators can use Azure AD logs and reports to track user activities, sign-ins, and security events. These logs provide valuable insights into potential security issues and help administrators respond to incidents promptly. Regularly reviewing and analyzing these reports is essential for maintaining a secure and compliant Azure environment. Implementing best practices for identity management in Microsoft Entra ensures a secure and efficient environment. These practices include regularly reviewing user and group memberships, enforcing multi-factor authentication, implementing conditional access policies, and monitoring user activities. Additionally, administrators should stay informed about the latest security threats and updates to Microsoft Entra features. Following these best practices helps protect organizational resources and maintain compliance with regulatory requirements. Contoso Limited, a global manufacturing company, implemented Microsoft Entra to manage its users and groups. By leveraging features such as dynamic groups, conditional access, and multi-factor authentication, Contoso improved its security posture and streamlined identity management processes. This case study will explore how Contoso configured Microsoft Entra, the challenges they faced, and the benefits they achieved. Understanding real-world implementations can provide valuable insights for other organizations looking to enhance their identity management practices. Managing users and groups in Microsoft Entra is a critical aspect of Azure identity and governance. By understanding and implementing the features and best practices discussed in this presentation, administrators can ensure a secure and efficient environment. The next steps include exploring additional resources, such as Microsoft documentation and training courses, to deepen your knowledge of Microsoft Entra. Continuous learning and staying updated with the latest features and security practices are essential for effective identity management.